No matter how many weeks go by, this house just will not settle down. Nobody knows what's going on. There's barely any loyalty anywhere. The freaking target for this week isn't even decided yet. There is a lot to get into today, y'all. But first, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button below if you have not already, just so you can stay tuned as I will be doing these live feed recaps all season long. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out my last video too, because the context is going to be really important for this one. Now, let's get started. So when we last left off, Jag and Blue remained on the block together, but there was a secret plan to save Jag being put into place. Only problem is, half the house was being intentionally left out of these plans. Jared is one of the main people being left out of the vote because of his ties to Blue. Everybody knows that they're in a showmance and they know that it's going to be tough to convince him to vote her out. So the general consensus was to wait to tell Jared till the last minute, which I think was a big oversight. Cirie decides to secretly tell Jared anyway. After all, that is her day one. But to absolutely no one's surprise, Jared is not happy about this one bit.
Blue might be going home instead. Cool. But don't tell her. But why Blue? Because they don't trust her and they feel like they can trust Jag. That's not good for me. Why? Because that's my plus one. But you can't use her for the other side because they don't trust her. They don't tell her nothing. But what are you using her for with Jag and them? But they gonna be with us. So it's not really taking away nothing for you. If you think about it.
The timing of this conversation could not be any worse either. This conversation happened only a few hours after Jared and Blue made their relationship official, if you know what I mean. It actually reminded me a lot of Kyle and Alyssa from last season, BB24. I'm pretty sure the leftovers had told Kyle that Alyssa was going to be their next target like right after they did it. And Kyle was supposed to be the one to help get her out too. Yikes. Throughout the day, Jared is going to continue to be very combative to this vote.
The only thing I can do is entertain the idea.
Right.
Or shut it down.
But it's basically shut down because you're saying they got to bring some kind of magic to change your mind. And I know they don't have anything more than what I'm saying.
So you want me to tell them I want to talk about it?
Which admittedly does kind of make sense from his perspective. I mean, let's be honest, Blue is going to be a much more loyal ally to Jared than Jag ever will. She hasn't even told anybody that Jared's mom is in the house playing, by the way. And I'm pretty sure she still thinks that Jared's mom is Felicia because ever since Jared dropped that bomb on Blue, Blue has been trying so hard to bond with Felicia and get on her good side. Mind you, Blue never gave Felicia the time of day before this. But now all Blue wants to talk about is cooking and family and relationships and Jared.
Are you like a Pinterest mom?
No.
Oh, really? I love
I
Pinterest.
have Pinterest, but I don't. I mess with it sometimes, and I've got a drawer literally of cookbooks, so I buy everybody's cookbooks because I like to just try out different recipes.
Yeah, I love a cookbook. What is your favorite thing your mother or father used to cook for you?
I mean, I gotta give it to her because the girl is laying it on thick.
And it's one of those things where it's like, all right, you were raised very well, and it's very apparent, you know, like he's inside, he's cleaning the dishes. I've seen him do that entire stack like a few times.
But my absolute favorite part of this conversation was when, for whatever reason, Blue decides to publicly declare Jared as her target, like literally in front of both of his mamas.
And so somewhere down the road, if say you had to vote him out or he had to vote you out, how would that feel?
Oh, I told him straight up, I was like, the only way you're leaving this house is on my HOH. I straight up told him that. I was like, on
your HOH, you're going to vote him out.
Way down the line, not like next week or anything.
Cirie's face is absolutely golden throughout this entire conversation. Even though Blue is being semi-cheeky and semi-serious here, you just know what Cirie is thinking.
Oh, half of you got to go. You got to go by noon today.
Cirie's gonna tell Jared about this later to try to turn him against Blue, but it's not gonna be effective at all.
Blue just told us that she will put you up. That she told you the way you going out is that she gonna take you out. That's what she told us today.
I'm fine with that. Cory said the same thing to me. Cory said
nobody on my side telling me they taking me out.
Since Jared is so reluctant about voting out Blue, this is going to open the door for other people to possibly be brought into this vote. Mainly people like Cory and America.
If Cory and America are left out, that they still potentially see better paths with us than with them. And so like if we work on that possibility, that would mean we have 9-3.
Right.
Without Cory and America, we still have 7-5.
At first, nobody wanted to bring those two in because they can't really be trusted anymore. I mean, that showmance is really killing both of their games.
America has absolutely been telling Cameron things that either Cory's been telling her. Like, I don't trust them when it comes to this. And so I worry that if they know and we include them, that the 6 we have are going to get freaked out.
Right.
When they first started getting closer last week, Cory started spilling a bunch of information to America that he probably shouldn't have. Information about various alliances and house dynamics in the game.
But Jared is basically hinting towards, like, Jag, Matt, and Blue were approached by Felicia, kind of like Felicia to Jag being a pawn, to be like, I want to work with you all, you have great competitions. And I have to assume who else I think. Probably
Of course, this spread around the house very quickly, and now they've both lost a lot of their status in the game. Look, I know that Cory and America are fan favorites right now, and a lot of people are rooting for their showmance, but personally, I thought they were much better players when they were apart. And watching them flirt and cuddle is just so cringe to me, sorry. Right now, Cory and America are still on the outs, but that could change. They would probably rather vote with the house and keep Jag anyway, but we'll just have to see how this shakes out. So with everything all over the place and nothing set in stone, things are gonna get even trickier when the house guests learn about the new twist coming up. It's that power of invincibility thing that we were shown in the last episode, in which the audience, us, gets to vote on their favorite house guest to win a secret power in the game. Only the top 4 house guests will be even eligible to win. Once the house guests find out about this new twist, most of the day ends up circulating around it. Everybody is whispering about who may have gotten chosen or who may have won. Things even get a little bit heated between Jared and Cory, when Jared states that Cory just doesn't have the personality to be a fan favorite.
I mean, Cory, you don't have the greatest personality for people to like.
No, speak your mind. Let's go.
Want to make you a fan favorite.
No, let's keep going.
Well, it's not about fan favorite. It's right now. It's the situation.
No, it's the situation, right? Considering the whole underdog thing, and then on top of that, it's about being a fan favorite. That's the only reason we're even considering the people who have.
Well, look, I mean, there's no argument that compared to you, I have such a dry personality. You're so dynamic.
But
like,
it's not.
Whereas me, I'm just like.
It's no. You don't got to take it personal. It's not that. It's
I'm
just.
taking it personally. It's just like so silly.
Jared's self-awareness is not looking good right now. It's looking confirmed that both Matt and Cirie were both chosen to play.
Between you and me, I was 1 of the 4.
Did you do good?
Hopefully I did good enough.
Jag. Matt. I'm only telling you. I was 1 too.
You were wondering?
Yeah.
You were 1 too? That's fucking good.
Cory also admitted that he was chosen too, but that's kind of hard to confirm because they keep on shutting off the feeds every single time somebody brings up the twist. So we may have to wait until the TV edit to figure out what's really going on with the whole twist. And finally, we all know that it wouldn't be a week in the BB25 house without some flipping. With Jared's reluctance, combined with the new twist, combined with general uncertainty in the air, people are now starting to contemplate whether they should even keep Jag at all.
But if us decide to go against them, then that makes all of us fair game.
Right. Is it worth taking the first shot just to save Jag? And putting you, me, you at risk?
They think this may be a safer route since it won't shake up the house as much. Even though Jared is really the only one in the house campaigning for Blue, I mean, let's be honest, Blue is barely even campaigning for Blue. Right now, things are definitely not set in stone, but if I had to guess, I'd say it's a 60% chance that Jag stays and a 40% chance that Blue stays. But honestly, this vote could go either way. Of course, I want to know, what do you all think of this wild plan this week? And also, who did y'all vote for to get the power? I threw a few votes to Cory and America just for maximum chaos this week. Of course, I'll be back to update you all if anything else big happens, but until next time, bye.